evening, everybody. Good night. Or, no, good evening, I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro. Not just numbers.
Not just stats.
It's about what they mean.
I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
Hello and welcome to Talking Dirty with your boy. Me. Talk about another game I called this week. And I'm going to, in the second half, clear something up from yesterday's podcast. I think a few people took it wrong. So I'm going to stand up to it. I want to restate it with clarification. But on to the next game that happened. Cas-Indy versus Indy Stripes. Man. Another game into overtime. 4 possessions. 4 possessions determined the outcome of this game. Cas-Indy at the start of the game had 4 back-to-back possessions where they missed shots in the paint. And it was not just one particular player. It was a group of players. But then what happened? No help side offense. The ball hit the floor. What does that tell me as a coach? When I see a ball hit the floor, particularly if a ball on our offensive side, that means somebody slipped. Somebody did not rotate right, because when the ball hits the floor, that means it's up for anybody. It's a 50-50 ball, and we should have had a chance to get it. 4 rebounds in a row. Missed shots in the paint. Ball hits the floor. Cas-Indy didn't get the ball. And they're such a strong rebounding team. Go back and listen to the game again. I actually said at the start of the game, one of the things that they do so well is offensive rebounding that turned those into points. Now, they did it later, but at the start of the game, they gave themselves a mountain to climb. Flash forward to overtime. And this was a case of Cas-Indy playing the change-up game. Them and Indy are so good at the transition game. They might not be full horse good at the transition game in terms of being able to sprint it out the whole game, but they're so selectively amazing in their ability to move the ball up the court in 2 or 3 passes. When the game got into overtime, as soon as Cas-Indy got the lead, they played change up. And I have to give all kinds of credit to the coaching and the team to be able to do this. Instead of Cas-Indy doing their typical push the ball up the floor, what did they do? They slow walked it. Went into a full spread set offense. Put themselves in a position so that they could not only take time off the clock as you would expect them to do, but more importantly, they put themselves in a position that they were able to do the most important thing, and that was work themselves into a good shot. So Coach Isaiah Pope, the equivalent of, and I believe I said this in the broadcast, it's the equivalent of a hard fastball up and in, but then a soft changeup or curveball away. Now, you don't know what's coming next. And what Cas-Indy did in overtime was the slow changeup, curveball, breaking ball away, low and outside the zone. As soon as Indy played for that on the 4th possession of the sequence, what did they do? 3 passes, the ball up the court, boom, easy dunk inside. Indy brings the ball back up the floor, miss a shot, 2 passes this time up the floor, boom, shot inside. Indy brings the ball back up the floor, they miss again. Notice I'm not leaning on the misses as being the reason for what happened, but what happened in between the misses. And when they came the next time, 3 passes, the ball's up the floor, corner 3, now it's over. Being able to play that sort of change-up basketball at this level is so high, I can't even stress how impressive it is. This game, I had 2 games back-to-back that have now reinserted themselves into my top 5. Really loved it. Gonna go watch it again. Gonna break down some parts of this game. But I gotta say it, all you SimWorld dudes, you guys are giving me something to talk about every week in the specificity of the game, and Maestro is loving it 100. All right, you know what's up. Get you in the seat.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game,
Be
be the
the
game.
game.
Now, back to the maestro.
Sorry. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And welcome back to Talking Dirty with your boy. So let me get this clarification out the way. If for some reason you took me saying Trey Hyman's missed shots at the start of that game cost Bay Area the game, you did not hear what I said. But I'm not going to blame you. I'm going to blame me for the way it probably sounded to you. Now, I'm apologizing to everybody, but the only person I really want to apologize to if you took it that way is Trey. Because everybody knows how I feel about him as a player and as a person, how much I respect him and how much I love watching his game grow. And if I recall, I've said so many times, him developing that mid-range shot is one of the missing offensive elements that I can see him using to take his game the next 2 or 3 levels. And he did that at the start of the game. What I thought I said was when those shots were taken, normally Bay Area has someone on the weak side to effectuate the offensive rebound. And they're so good at it, I just took it for granted that someone would be there, and no one was. And each time those shots, of the 3 shots he took that were missed, 2 of them, the ball actually hit the floor. And as a coach, when I see that, I say, if the ball hits the floor, it's a 50-50 ball, we should have got it. That's what I meant when I said those 4 possessions. And 3 of those were the shots that were taken by Trey that was missed, where there was no one to help out on the opposite side rebound. Now, they made up for it later. So hopefully this made it a little bit more clear. And again, I'm going to apologize, everybody. I'm going to stand up to it. But the real person I want to apologize to for it coming across the wrong way is Trey. Come on, man. You're my dirty, dirty chairman of the board. How am I going to talk about you like that? Get it right. Speaking of leverage, let's talk about leverage. And one thing that Cascadia and India, Bay Area, and Lakeshore Drive do really well. Leverage against transition, because that's how you stop great teams. And you do it on defense in 3 ways. You force a pass, hopefully a pass they didn't want to take. You close space before the pass and after the pass. And you force the offense into a new balance. And in doing those 3 things, when you're playing against a strong transition team like these 4 teams are, love seeing it. Oh my God, love seeing it so much. This is how you can slow them down. Now, I know this coach is about to jump me because I'm giving away a way that you can beat them, but executing it is a whole nother thing. If I know I don't have the guns these teams have, what I'm going to do is make my team the impediment. Every time there's a transition situation, when we're transitioning to D, somebody needs to go to ball, close space, and force a pass. Hopefully it's a pass they don't want to take. While that is happening, the teammates are closing space in the lanes, putting their hand up, looking to see which way the ball is going so they can limit the direction which the ball can be passed to, because we know how great all these passers are. So I need to cut down their options. And then once it gets through, because I'm not going to be able to stop it every time, not with that talent, I force the offense into a new balance set on the floor where if they're trying to set up and run their play from the left, I reset the defense in a way, doing the same 2 things as before, forcing a pass, closing space to make them move the ball to the other side of the floor to reset up the balance for their offense. And hopefully we can do that enough to throw them off enough where they have to take a rush shot and hopefully miss it. And I know hope is not a strategy, but I think you understand what I'm saying here. Hopefully this gives you a little bit idea of how do you go against a good transition team, how do you stop them from doing what they're going to do, and how do you set yourself up for success as you do it. You know what's up. Want some more on that? Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy anyway. Come on. I know the season's going strong. Everybody feeling good. At least some people are feeling good. Some people ain't. Holla at your boy. Come on. Mike sure wants to know what's up with you. And yes, The rumors are true. Soon, my name will be Mike Stroh Clarkson. If you know, you know.
Like I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.